How the fuck did I do? Break me, I knew. Every time I said the wheel, scared you out my room. Missing that time for real, lying to you. But the things you do to me, I still think ain't right.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. So today's video is going to be eating only Korean food for 24 hours. Now I usually do what I eat in a day, but this what I eat in a day is a bit different because it's only going to be Korean food. This part is I'm going to cook it myself. If you know me a little bit, you know I'm a bad cook. It's going to be interesting. Let's get started. So the breakfast is going to be these Korean noodles. Now these are from Nissin and I'm going to follow the instructions exactly as it is written because the last time I did it, you guys said I read the instructions wrong and that was just not true. Over here the instruction says that boil 400 milliliters of water, add Nissin Geki noodles to the boiling water and cook for 5 minutes. And then drain out the water, add the seasoning mix and seasoning oil, mix well and serve. So guys, our Korean noodles are now ready. They look so spicy, just look at them. Okay, I'm very excited to try them out. Let's give it a go. I followed the instructions as it says specifically. They're really good. Are they the most spicy thing I've ever had? Probably not. Solid like 8 out of 10 spice. Maybe 7 out of 10 as an Indian. But they're pretty spicy. So when you first eat it, the spice just hits you right at your face. And after that, you don't feel the spice at all. So I think it's really good. Today is the night before I start this challenge. I need to prepare some things like kimchi, for example, which needs a lot of preparation. So I've got some things from Blinkit. I've got rice flour, which I need for some recipes. Then I got cornstarch, which I need for some recipes. Then I got a cabbage. This is for kimchi. Then I got these Korean noodles, which I'm going to use to make breakfast. Got these sesame seeds. Because I'm no expert in Korean food, I do not know anything about it. I'm just going to YouTube search the things. I've actually searched for some videos for breakfast, lunch and dinner, which I'm going to make, but I've already read everything. So right now I'm just going to prepare the things for kimchi because it needs to be fermented first, and after that I'm going to make everything tomorrow. Let's get started for kimchi. So I'm starting out by watching this YouTube tutorial in which they are cutting the cabbage. So I got this cabbage from Blinkit and then I'm cutting it with this huge knife. So I'm not in the habit of cutting vegetables very often, and so I'm very beginner at it. You can see how I'm struggling so much in cutting this cabbage. It's so funny to watch. So simply what you have to do is you have to take the cabbage and then cut it into smaller pieces. So you don't have to take the stem. You have to remove the stem, then cut it into smaller pieces like I'm doing right here. After that, you have to separate each piece into this bowl. So separate each of the cabbage leaf and then put it into this bowl. After you have done that, you have to take some salt. Now why salt is important is because it has to give the cabbage some flavor. So put some salt in it and just let it marinate. And once you're done with that, just cut up some vegetables, whatever you want to put in. So in this season there was no spring onions available, so I did not put that in, but I did have some carrots. So I chopped up some carrots first, and it was like hard for me because I cannot chop vegetables. I'm very bad at it. After struggling for a while and snacking on some carrots while chopping them, I decided to give it to my mom. After I was struggling a lot to cut the vegetables, I asked my mom and she cut it for me. So here's onions and here's carrots. After chopping up all of the vegetables, it was finally time to make the kimchi. So I'm taking some rice flour and I'm mixing it with some water and bringing that to a simmer. Now you have to create a smooth paste. Mine wasn't very smooth, so I had to pass it through a sieve. And then you have to take that rice paste and mix it with some onion and carrots and some ginger garlic paste and add 2 tablespoons red chili powder. Of course, it can be according to your own taste. It was good for me. Then take the cabbage and rinse it under cold water. After you're done with that, then you have to mix the cabbage along with the rest of the ingredients and also add some vinegar and soy sauce into it. Then your kimchi is prepared. You just have to take the kimchi and put it into an airtight container and let it ferment overnight. So guys, it was so hot, but my kimchi is now ready. Let's open it up and then we're going to make kimchi fried rice, which I've seen the recipe for on YouTube. It smells really good. It smells like momos for some reason. It smells really good. I'm very excited to eat this. To make the kimchi fried rice, I took a pan and put some oil into it. Then I put some onions and garlic and carrots. Let that caramelize for a little while. So this is how you basically create any fried rice. Then you add the rice to it. And after that, you're adding some soy sauce. It could be a very little amount. You need to put it just to put it enough color in it. And then add your kimchi, which you just took out from your fridge. After that, put some red chili sauce on top of it if you want to give it some extra spice. I'm also putting some sesame seeds for garnish. And my kimchi rice is all prepared. It looks so delicious. Now it's the time for the taste test. Let's taste and see how it is. Kimchi fried rice here with me. So how I got introduced to kimchi fried rice was actually first by the video that I saw of Lewis Hamilton eating kimchi fried rice, because he's a vegan, so he could not like use the regular version of kimchi, which usually has like fish oil and stuff. I'm also a vegetarian. I tried out this recipe and let's give it a taste to see how it is. Oh my god, guys, this is so good. It's just like fried rice, but a better version because of the kimchi that I made. I think the homemade kimchi is 100 times better than the store-bought ones which you get on Amazon and stuff, because that is not authentic in any way. I'm not saying mine is authentic in any way, but it's still freshly made and I know all the ingredients, so it's definitely better and it's so good. I don't like fried rice that much, but kimchi fried rice, definitely a yes for me. One thing which I also noticed is that it takes so long to make one Korean dish. So hats off to all the Korean people, like, because this kimchi alone took like so many hours of fragmentation. No, it's not called fragmentation. Preservation. No, fragmentation. What is it called? Fragmentation, I guess. Fragment, right? Yeah. After that, I got this beautiful tasty kimchi. Really good. Guys, it's 4 p.m. now and now it's time for evening snacks. So what else to try other than dalgona coffee, which was very famous in lockdown apparently. Let's go ahead and make it. By now, I think everyone already knows how to make dalgona coffee, but if you don't, then you need to mix equal parts coffee, sugar and water and whip it until you have this fluffy paste. Now, it will take some time because during the summers, it takes time to harden up a little bit. Mine did not harden up as much as it should have been, but that's okay. I just have to taste the coffee now. Let's see how it is. I have my dalgona coffee. Let's drink and see how it is. I have obviously had it before when it was locked down. To be honest, I did not like it very much back then. Let's see if anything has changed now. Coffee is really not for me. It's too bitter. I don't like it. I still have to finish off this glass, mix it up and then drink it. Again, and let's try it this time if I like it or not. I still don't like it. No, this is just not for me. I don't really like this. Like the first two dishes that I had, they were so good. This disappointed me again. Sorry guys. I cannot drink it. Hey guys, so it's around 7 p.m. and now it's time to get the dinner started, which is going to be this word which I cannot pronounce. I guess it's tteokbokki. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Anyways, it's like a Korean rice cake. Obviously, I'm not going to try the authentic version because again, the problem that it has like non-vegetarian ingredients and I'm a vegetarian. So I'm going to give it my own vegetarian twist and I'm going to follow this recipe that I found on YouTube. By the way, all the recipes that I use will be linked in the description, so you can go and check them out. So I'm watching this YouTube tutorial on how to make tteokbokki. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But I'm taking some tomatoes. So I took 4 pieces of tomatoes and 5 pieces of chili and then bring that to a boil. And in a separate bowl, you need to take some rice flour, add some salt to it and knead it until it forms a soft dough. Now each rice flour is different. I just use the one that I got at my supermarket, but you can use anything that you have at home. So this is what the dough looks like. I'm just taking that up and rolling it into these small pieces. So I'm just cutting it up. It was harder than it looks right now, and the flour was sticking all over my hand. I don't know what I did wrong. After that, you have to boil these like snakes. I think you've built, they're not really snakes, what do you call it, rice cakes you've built, and then you have to boil them for around 5 to 7 minutes and then grind the tomato and chili into a paste. Next, you have to take a pan and add some sesame seeds, some garlic. You can even add onions if you want to, whatever vegetables you have. And then you have to caramelize it and add the paste into it to form a sauce. Now this is somewhat like a pasta sauce, but you also need to add some soy sauce into it. So this sauce actually tastes very delicious, and after that is a little bit thickened up. You just need to add the rice cakes to it and let it simmer for around 5 to 7 minutes, and then your tteokbokki is all ready. You can garnish it with some spring onions if you want, and you're good to go. So guys, we're almost here. It's finally time for dinner, and I have cooked tteokbokki, I don't know what the name is. Let's just taste it and see how it is. I don't have a very good feeling about this because this is just plain rice cake. Does not have much flavor in it. So the sauce, that is very good, like extremely good. But this rice cake, because it does not literally have any flavor, it tastes bland. That's what doesn't do justice to this dish. Is it edible? Does it taste fine? Yes. If I had not already tasted and tried Indian food for the past 20 years of my life, I would probably like this. But because my Indian taste buds have developed in certain way which needs spicy food all the time, these rice cakes are very bland for me. But other than that, I like this dish. I probably should try this out with the kimchi rice that I have left over. If you remove the rice cakes, this dish is pretty solid, but with the rice cake, it's just like doesn't do it. I probably eat it all because I have like worked hard for it. Like I put 1 hour of my time into making this dish. It's not that bad. It's not that bad, but it's not that good as well. After an entire day of eating only Korean food, this is the last dish which I'm going to eat. So I've mixed some tteokbokki with some kimchi rice that I had left, and I have a feeling that this is going to be the best meal I've had today. Let's give it a try. Actually, this tastes better. I mean, kimchi rice itself is really good. I think the kimchi rice was the best thing I had today, but this is good as well. The sauce from the tteokbokki and the kimchi rice itself makes it a really spicy, nice treat. It's really good. And right here I have some Oreo shake, which is not Korean, I know, but let me have a little sweet treat because I've been eating spicy all day long. I'm probably gonna get diarrhea after this. Bye.